Hi, so you all can hear me?
Oh,
Am I audible?
yes, yes.
So I have with me Ganif, Mr. Ganif. Hope I pronounced correctly.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, I have pronounced your name correctly?
Yeah, you can just call me Shami.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Shami.
Hi, Shami. So I'm admitting few more people. I'll begin once I'm admitting all. Okay, there are a few more to join us.
Sure.
Light. So hi, good afternoon all. Would you mind if you please put your video on? Let us meet each other. Hi, so I can see with me today, Miss Randa. Have I pronounced your name correct? Sorry, can't hear you. I think your mic is not connected.
Yeah, my name is Amin. Yeah, you can hear me. Unfortunately, actually, I can't use my my video. I can't use the video now.
Oh, no problem. You are in workplace?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I can see Ganif, I can see you. Hi, Rija. And here I go. So I can see Genevieve.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? I'm fine, man. How about you?
I'm also good. I'm also good.
It is very great to see you here and giving us this opportunity for 1 minute manager.
My pleasure. My pleasure. So, I'm expecting few more to join, and it's very surprising to me that in UAE, I have so many people following time discipline.
Yeah. Yeah, time is money, right?
Yes, yes. That's the most valuable thing a manager thinks of.
Join with the video, join with the.
So I have Suji. Just have patience. We have few more people joining. Okay, I think now it's time for us to begin. So I have with me Amen, Randa, Anusha, Genevieve, Kumiho, Genif, Rija, Sipu, Suji, and Mohammed Usman. Can I just know about you guys?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Usman. So have I, Osama, have I pronounced correctly, or it's Mohammed to address you?
Muhammad Usama Amin, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Hello, ma'am. How are you? I'm good.
You're working
Yes, ma'am.
as what? Where are you working?
I'm not working, ma'am. I'm free now.
No, not now, but what's your core experience and which field are you expertise in?
Just I come to Dubai and I suddenly work in Expo 2020. Then expo is
Ah.
finished, and we are just struggling from lessons, bike lesson. Then I will join the Talibat.
So how was your project with Expo 2020? It was a big responsibility. I know many people who were working there, and experiences from there, hearing their experiences was such a great thing. The work, it was the first thing in UAE.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
nice to
The
have
call
you.
is dropped.
Tell me. Your
So
voice is
drop.
a bit breaking.
You also, ma'am. Sorry. Yes, just Wi-Fi problem, ma'am.
Oh, okay, no problem. So hi, Genevieve. Now I think your mic is proper.
Yes. Hello. Good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon to you
Good
too.
afternoon.
How are you?
You too.
I am very well, thank you. Yeah, I am actually. You can call me Jen for short, so it'll be easier. Yeah, I'm currently working as an HR executive,
Okay.
and yeah, I'm very glad that I joined this training because I know for sure that it will definitely help me a lot.
Sure,
uh,
dear.
with the
It will be. It
with the
will be
current
a
career that I
help.
have.
And I
Yeah.
think over the conversation, when we start the program, there would be many things that we have to connect to each other and bring out our experience so that people more relate to.
Yes. Yes.
Happy to have you. Happy to have
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
And then
Me too.
yeah, and I have then with me Rija is there. Rija, am I audible to you first of all? Your mic sitting is perfect now?
You're
Yeah,
referring
ma'am,
to
of
Amin?
course, it is perfectly audible that you're audible.
Okay. So where are you working? What are you expertise as?
Ma'am, actually, I have 10 years experience in a professional field as in customer service and admin field. 10 plus year experience. And I'm doing my master's in operation management.
Oh, okay. So do you feel like, the correlation between your experience and the specialization?
Yeah,
Just
of
a
course,
doubt.
ma'am, because normally I have been in the operation. Yeah, definitely. Because the thing is that the things which I was selecting from the category of the Singhani University, this was according matching to my field because I am normally in customer front desk and admin field only.
Ah, okay. So that was a thoughtful decision to choose that specialization. I
Yeah,
always
because
ask
there
to
was no.
I always ask to my students, when you take a specialization, what is your idea behind it? So yeah, very fair decision, Richa. Great. Good
Yeah,
to have you.
definitely. Because the thing is that I was just finding something. No, I was just finding similar to my field. Because the thing is that I was not a fresher. So
Ah,
according to my experience, I chose this. That this was falling into that category.
oh, all right.
I'm not from a marketing background or HR or something like that.
Hmm. Oh, good. Nice to hear from that. And thank you, Rija, for joining us. And I have with me again, Amin is there. Hi, Amin, can you hear me? I know you told me that your office workplace problem.
No. I just told you that I can't use my video.
Understood. Where are you working? What's your expertise?
So ma'am, originally I have a bachelor degree in paramedicine. I've been working in pre-hospital field for a long period of time. In the last 2 years, I have joined an educational company in here, and I work in there as an educator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm actually a medical instructor, if you like. And the reason that I'm joining here is just for my inquiries about the level 6 diploma in teaching and learning.
Interesting. Very interesting. Your profile
Hopefully,
is very interesting.
thank you. Hopefully, I'm in the right meeting. So because I hear everyone
Yeah. You
talking
will,
about business
over the
and
time
marketing and
period, we will discover how skills can be managerial skills helpful to all. And I have with me, thank you, Amin, for joining.
thank
And
you.
I have with me Craig.
Hello, everybody. Very good afternoon to you all. My name is Craig. As you can see from my profile there, I am from Zimbabwe, right? I am working as a sports academy manager, right? I've been in the industry for the past 10 years. That is post qualification and 3 years before qualification. And I'm also a student with learners. I'm actually studying for my MBA. My MBA specializing in sports management, and I decided to join this program so that I would, hone the skill set that I have already. As an individual who leads people, I need to constantly learn and I need to constantly improve myself so that whoever is behind me, I'll be setting a good example for the people that are behind me, and they will keep on learning. I will keep learning from them. They will keep on learning from me. Then I believe that would set a good, thing for the brand and for the individuals that I'm working with as well.
Wow, that's interesting, Craig. Very interesting. I mean, the outcome and the way, you have already thought of how you can utilize it. That's great thing.
True.
Nice to
true.
have you. Nice to have you, and thank you for joining.
Thank
Then
you so
I
much.
have with me Gumiho. Have I pronounced your name right? Hi, I can see you.
Actually, it's my last name, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Nice to be here in the
Oh,
meeting.
okay. So how will I do it? It's Gombio?
My first name is Leon.
Leah. Oh, okay. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm also great. And may I know what's your expertise?
Actually, I was invited by Jamshad to attend this meeting.
Okay. No, your core expertise or your area, which is your field that you work for.
Yeah, currently I'm in supply chain, logistic and technical job, and I'm working on my also master of education in aeronautical management. And actually, I did a query with your school about the MBA, so that's where Jamshad invited me to attend this meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice to have you. Nice to have you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I have with me Greggy. Hi, I can see you. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How about you? How are you?
I'm also doing great, Greggy. So I have pronounced right?
Yes, you pronounced it right.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm currently working as a compliance officer at the same time a designated money laundering officer to one of the financial services company in the DIFC with the Dubai International Financial Center. And I just attended this meeting because I just wanted to know more about your program in order for me to, to boost my skills and then to enhance more qualities that I still need to know.
Yes, sure. Welcome for the program. And I know I have keep remaining with many other people to introduce. So I have with me Rima. Hi, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hi, Rima. How are you? You can
I'm
hear me?
fine.
My voice is proper to you?
Yes, everything is well.
Yeah, tell me, how are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm also good. Tell me, what are you working as? What's your expertise?
So I'm currently working for the Consulate General of Lebanon as an executive assistant. So since 6 years. The main reason that I joined this session now to have more experience, more information, more skills about management, because I'm planning to open my own business. So I'm looking forward to have more information about management.
Sure. And all the best for your new venture, whatever you plan for. Hope it will be successful. Yes, learning should not be stopped by a manager.
For sure. Thank you.
Welcome. So I have with me Sibu. Can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Hi, may I know like your expertise? Camera on is difficult?
No. Hi, ma'am. I am working as a biomedical engineer here in Dubai past 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
So no need to ask, you're corely into biomedical field.
Yeah, because I joined MBA here in healthcare management because my educational background is mechanical engineering, but here I joined like biomedical engineer. That's I want to this my career growth. I need like healthcare field education background also. That's why I joined MBA.
Excellent, excellent. I mean, that's the need of the day, you know. See, not about doing MBA or any course by name, but learning is something that we all professionals need today, because you know, you cannot stay in the same place for a longer time. We all need to see the future. We all need to be growth perspective in our brains. So welcome to the program, Sibu.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
I'll be moving forward, and I have one more person with me. Hi, Suji, can you hear me?
Hi, Dr. Sharon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So may I know your expertise?
Yeah, I'm also a biomedical engineer. Currently, I'm working with a medical supply company as an application specialist.
Oh, you both are colleagues?
No, actually, he's my fiancé.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All the best for your family life ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good to know that both of you are, you know, taking up this responsibility of learning as well together.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all the best, all the best.
Thank you. Thank
so,
you.
Yeah, good afternoon all, and thank you for joining the program. I'm just starting the program, and I'm sorry if I have skipped anyone. Sorry, on my list, I see just few names. Is there anyone that we are not aware in this group? I see a Zoom user, so I'm not sure whether the name is not visible.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, so you are the Zoom user. What's your
Yes,
first name?
J Mark.
Hi, J Mark. So I will call you as J Mark, or Mark is your idle name?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm also good. What are you working as? What's your expertise?
I'm working here in Dubai.
As, I mean, expertise, area.
I'm working as a nursing assistant.
Wow. Healthcare. Great
Yes.
responsibility.
Gee.
Okay, all right. So thank you to have you here. Okay. Then we
Thank
have,
you.
I think Numa has messaged us. Okay, her mic has some issues. So welcome, Numa. So welcome all of you for this training session. I'm just sharing my screen now. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Now?
Yeah, sure, we can see it.
Okay, just, you know, in case you have any queries, let us, you know, interact this. This is one of the great opportunity that we have today. First of all, a good afternoon, welcome to program, and happy Ramadan Kareem to all of you. Those who are fasting, may the God Almighty give you the courage to, you know, to do the fasting period and all your prayers. This is the holy month, all the blessings with all of you. A warm welcome. I am Dr. Sharon Thomas. I am a PhD and a certified, I hold a PhD degree and a certified trainer. So 1 minute manager is something that comes from my experience after being practiced as a professional, working in different sectors, what I experienced in my career as a role of a manager, and mostly interacting with many people. You know what? In a day, I interact with many professionals like you, like others, who are working in multiple sectors, but everyone wear this hat of manager. You know, the hat of wearing a hat of a manager comes with a very responsible thing. People look up to you. Do you agree with me on this?
Yes, of course, ma'am.
So let me share you something, you know, what I'm going to take you through today. So what I'm going to take you through today is to first identify, are you all a manager? See, irrespective whether our jobs give us the opportunity to take totally control of the activities, to be a manager, whether our jobs provide us or not. But do we have those managerial skills with us, which is the most prime thing, you know? We never know the future. Maybe tomorrow morning you go on your desk and you get a promotion as the next managerial level. You know, are you ready for it? The managerial. So, and also what I want to share is this 1 minute manager effectiveness. What will make you a quick manager? It's an easy thing. This is not something theoretical. This is something that we can apply in our daily lives and be the best manager we can. Next important is what I would showcase you all is managerial skills that we talk about today, you know, which everyone sees. Like if you know, if tomorrow a company is hiring Amin, they will always see, does he has some managerial traits in him? Not necessarily an interview gives an opportunity to us to showcase our managerial skills, but definitely when we meet someone or when the way we act, the way we take our work and do our responsibilities, make us think the manager. And then the complexities. It's very, you know, the world today is competitive. And I know you all will be agreeing with me on this. Not necessary that the work that you do today or the pattern that you do today would be the same you will do in coming years. You know, there will be changes in the way you do your work. The complexities is very important. Are you all with me?
Yes, of course, ma'am.
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Let me take
Sure,
it now. I just, you know, before I begin my session, now we all have at least know each other by the way we work or who we are. So how would you, am my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm getting few people are joining. I know, welcome you all. We started and we have just started. Not much have been covered. We are in the beginning. So I just, you know, so cope up with it. If you have any query, please ask me. You know, it's very good. And please remove the block of your mind that asking query, someone will judge you. You know, query is an opportunity for us to discuss, to know things more in deeper. So be free, everyone. Let me, you know, before I begin with this, I just wanted to know, are you all a manager?
I
believe so, yes.
Yes. So as a manager, what you do? Which makes you feel that, yes, I am a manager. Do you have, like, let me put it in very simple words. Do you have people coming and reporting to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Do you see that people around you come for your suggestions?
Absolutely, yeah.
Definitely.
Yes. And
Yes.
do you find people, you know, when they are not able to do a particular kind of work, task, or activity, they look forward to you in the office? Can I get a help from you? Can Greggy help me? Can Lee help me? Can Rima help me?
Definitely, yes, because can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Yes, because most of our employees, since I'm the MLRO in our company as a compliance officer, of course, most of the employees, especially with the administrator and business development, they're asking my opinion about the procedure that we have to do in our AML manual. So basically, what I did, so as a compliance officer, I'm focused with in reading all the new procedure or implemented law given by the United Nations, given by the authority or the DFSA, ADGM, or different jurisdictions. So from that one, so I have to gather all that information, and then I was able to to share it to them. So by adding some tips or by adding some information that needs to be done accordingly, which is in accordance to the law. So yeah, basically it helps. And then by sharing that information, by giving them the awareness on how to do the right process when it comes to onboarding.
Wow, Greggy said a very interesting point. As a manager, sometimes some information comes to your desk and
yes,
you become responsible to share that information either to your people, either to someone who is reporting to you, or either to someone who is whom you are reporting to. I don't know whether everybody could relate with Greggy, but this is a part of managerial job. Sometimes some information.
yeah. So
Yes.
yeah. So basically, when it comes to the decision making, so of course, compliance officer is one of the responsible for the company. So that's why, for example, if there is any sanctioned company, if there is any high risk company, so the compliance officer will decide or will advise the managing director or the SEO or the board if this company will go ahead or not. So as a compliance officer, it's really hard to filter the company if they're going to still with us, or they're going to assess or reassess the contract with the client.
Exactly. And you know what? Now, speaking with Greggy, thank you, Greggy, for sharing your experience. I hope this will be helpful to all of us, because, many a times we get 100 kinds of information. Some informations are truly confidential that, requires me to be communicated only to few people. It can be my lower management, upper management, but some informations and also the way I communicate. Interesting thing, once I was interacting with an HR manager. Interesting thing, what he told me was that, everything is easy to communicate. You can go and communicate to an employee that you are being promoted. Congratulations. You can go and tell to an employee that your request to transfer, to shift to other workplace of ours near to your home is approved by management. Congratulations. They say that this is an easy job, but the difficulty comes in firing. The HR manager, they said me, it's very hard of us. We don't want to do this. We all are human beings. We want everyone to serve their bread and butter. But when the management says me, there is no projects with me, and I have to go and, imagine an employee coming into your desk and you are going to tell him, sorry, brother, tomorrow onwards, you are jobless. How will you communicate? Now you are a manager. A manager comes with all these responsibilities. People look forward to you. And trust me, research says that if you are a manager and if you want to be a good manager, you should be someone who should walk in the workplace with an attitude that people will come to you. Else, you are a disaster in a workplace. Nobody will come up to you. Everyone will think, oh my God, now I'm just telling, oh my God, Greggy has come. Let's move on. Let's go to the another floor. He's here. You sense that? And I know, when we all have started to have a career, or maybe in our organization, don't name me, but we know that one person whose face we don't want to see. Yes or no? We don't want to see their face, because I know that it will spoil.
Yeah, sometimes this is
true.
Yes,
true. It's very true what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes, no. What we perceive is that not, as a human, as a mankind, very good man. But, we see like, oh my God, if I see his face, my entire day is gone. I am lost. So some people are like a walking disaster. Don't be that. You are a manager. Let me take you one more interesting thing here. Now, as we were discussing, what does a manager do? Planning is a part of a managerial role. We were discussing.
Planning, organizing.
Yes. directing the employees. Every employee look at you. You know, if you do not look at the people who report to you, or even to the people whom you are reporting, if you cannot direct them, then you are not a manager. But our role says that we have to direct them. Sometimes it also requires us to organize things for people to make their work easy. Like for instance, I can tell you something. I know a very good sales manager. He's very good in sales targets, achieving the sales like anything. The organization mentions him the sales targets. He's very good in achieving it. But to achieve that end results, he cannot wait for the end of the day. He has to ensure that his team is achieving that results. They are focused on a daily basis. If I expect that I hold a higher position in an organization, let me wait for the deadline and let's see how they work, then I'm a failure. If I want to organize and implement, I should see to it that the goals that I set is shared with all, and monitoring the goals, because that's what I was coming to the point. We all need to monitor their goals. You cannot leave the people behind. The people who report to you, the people whom you are reporting, you cannot leave them behind. You have to go with them, work as a team. Do you all agree with me on this?
Yes.
Let me take you to something interesting then. These are the three kinds of managers that we see around, and I know surely you can relate to it. Is my slides visible to all of you?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, very much.
Okay. So, there are first kind of people which we say are autocratic. Only interested in results, not in people. I don't want to know, suppose I am an autocratic manager, you know how my approach will be? I don't want to know how Greggy achieved results, how Harry or how Craig or how Mohammed achieved results. I don't want to know that. But what I want to know is that, what did you achieve at the end of the day?
API.
Yes, they are autocratic. I just want to know.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Sorry to interrupt. Your slide is not moving. I think you are on a fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth page type of manager, but you're not on the current page on the Zoom, which is shared, the screen.
Is everyone facing the problem?
Yeah, the
PPT.
Yes,
ma'am.
Yeah, me too.
1 minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
1 minute.
same.
1 minute
Manager
manager
only
is
showing.
showing,
We're
ma'am.
still in the first slide.
And your name is also there. That's all.
Now?
Yeah.
Yes, now it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yes, no, it's done fine.
Now it's visible?
Automatic.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
types of manager, yes. ma'am.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Now it's correct, right? Everyone can see?
Yeah, ma'am, but we couldn't
Yes, ma'am.
see the earlier slides.
Oh, okay. So the earlier slides, okay, if you want to see the earlier slides, I'll just take a quick. So what I asked you was first, are you a manager? And then we came, what does a manager do? He plans, direct employees, organize, and monitor the goals. Is this visible now?
Yes, it is.
Yes, visible, ma'am.
Okay, now let me, okay, thank you everyone, thank you. Please be, please let me know. What I was presuming was everyone is able to see the screen. Let me share you, these autocratic managers are a failure to the organizations. Don't be an autocratic by nature. Many a times, if I don't know how my people have achieved the results, imagine, if I am just a manager who is bothered only about the results, but I don't want to know how did my people achieved, who was the key contributor to get those results, which was the best team in my organization, then I am a failure as a manager. Then we have the next category of managers that we see around. are democratic, very interested in people. You know, there are many organizations which follow these democratic methods. Recently, I was known about an organization. I know you know about this coffee chain, Tim Hortons. Heard of this coffee chain?
Yes, yes.
You know what is a unique HR
Canadian,
pattern?
yes.
Yes, what is a unique HR pattern there? I, as an employee of Tim Hortons, I can go to the desk of my manager and tell them, I need this much promotion or I need this much increment. It's done. The employee decides the date when they should be increment or what should be their next hike. It's very easy. The managers train them in a manner that, you know, as an employee of Tim Hortons, I will also go to the desk only when I see myself as a key contributor. And that they devise in you. That's how strong they build the people relations. You know, have you seen some organization where people, you know, the employees follow a same kind of uniform?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think, I think someone mic is not muted, so there's a disturbance.
So you're hearing the disturbed noises?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, it was mine. I forgot to mute myself.
That's absolutely fine. Okay, so I'll just be back. So, you know, this is about those organizations or those people who value the people in their organization a lot. They care about how the employees work. They care about how employees achieve results. They care about how can they make the employees' work simple. Have you heard about these apps called Monday.com?
No, ma'am.
So Trevelo.
Yes, it's like planning and scheduling your work in a very good flow
Exactly.
for all everybody collectively.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, Monday.com, thank you so much for sharing that information. You know what? Monday.com is an app which is, you know, the COVID times, the pandemic has changed our work culture for many organization. At least, you know, you had to ensure that your organization achieves profits, but at the same time you have to see to that your people, their health is not affected by coming into office. It was a very challenging position to many organizations. The people were working from home to ensure that they achieve these results. Many organizations, they concerned about the people. They said, stay at your home, stay at your place. And they trusted the people that, you know, though you are at your place, I will be achieving my results. How will I ensure? There are where these apps came into picture. Monday.com, we have Trevelo, Skype, you know, many apps which used to monitor, ensure that your people feel like in home, but inside office. Have you all sensed that? How was your life in pandemic work? How was your work during pandemic?
Online, distance.
So was your HR like, you know, or was your reporting management like you can do at your convenience, or where you were silent at that time with results?
No, we moved to the online because I'm working in the retail. So we give attention more to the e-commerce.
Oh, great thing. Did you feel it was challenging?
Yeah, for sure it was challenging due to the amount which e-commerce is bringing is not the same as we are getting from the store, first of all. Then plus manpower, and there's some deductions from the salaries by some percentages. So it was a bit challenging, yes.
Did you face
we did not get used to work by the distance like we don't have schedule. It was affecting not only work-wise, it was affecting our life in general.
Yeah, I know. It's very tough because, and in case if someone was affected in your team, then again the results will fall. As a manager, then you have to keep a balance of both, which was, something like very effective, very dangerous. So Harry, how was your case? I know you belong to construction lines and technical lines. Did you also face the problem during pandemic?
Actually, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was not in that not in that same field. I'm in different field. So yes, exactly, that is happening everywhere. And if you see that we are during the COVID-19 time, we are facing a lot of issues for our daily operations, and the company is from Saudi. So there are many barriers which one we are faced, and inshallah we are not done any staff reduction or maybe staff sending to home. So that a big issue, big challenge we face. We send many people because we are every 1 year we have leave. So many people are stuck in their home country.
Understand.
So that's and then their visas, because I'm in administration side, and their visas are also grace period is over, and we are facing a lot of issues, and bring them back to here with the new requirement is really risk on us. So whatever it is that we finally managed to get all the requirement, and we brought them from there to here. Only one thing, the cost, which additional cost during the COVID-19 situation that I can still remember. And staff also really, work at home is a very difficult, challenging. Many are facing a lot of issues. Because simply if I say some staff, they don't have internet connection in the home, so suddenly they need to force to take the internet connection. It's also really, it's a very tough time. Like, still I can remember that.
You know what, Harry, when you are saying this did not have internet connection and people had to take internet connection because of the pandemic. You know what, before this pandemic, now just I'm telling you, I happened to meet one principal lady of a leading school in UAE. And she told me just a month before, she just told me that I don't encourage use of internet to students. And obviously she had her valid points. She's told me that, she won't allow it because you never know what kids would be surfing, though in the US, the education pattern is such that a child has to go through some test, which is measuring their aptitude, intelligence, and on the basis of the test, it's very interesting thing. The results will tell them which profession they should choose. While if you see in other education systems, like in UAE or in other countries, we don't measure that. We leave it to the choice of a student, like you take a call or go with our histories. Who told us, like, when we made our decision, which field or which expertise we should work with, it was our call. It was our choice. Or maybe because, maybe because we were familiar only about those. And eventually with time, we got cope up with that. But, today's generation, they are very in a difficult scenario. Those principals told me that, no, we don't encourage internet. And what has happened today? Learning has come to, there has been a shift. Nothing without internet. I cannot imagine my office having no Wi-Fi a day. Even if it shows a fraction of less speed for say another 2 seconds, I know we all will be eating our HR's head. Can't help it. But any organization, in pandemic, they cared about the people, the democratic one. Now, the third one, what I'm going to share with you even today, the 1-minute manager, are the effective one who get good results without taking much efforts. They get good results, but no need to take much efforts. Their efforts are very focused less efforts, but you get good results. This is what, the today's organization needs us. They need those effective managers. Now, can you tell me, any one of you, when you heard the term, the 1 minute manager, what came to your mind? Anyone? Like when you heard the title 1 minute manager, what did you presume?
It's more about managing time while delivering the results. So being, all-rounder in every aspect. So it's about the race against the time and productivity.
That's nice. Race against time and productivity. Who is this? May I just this is very.
Marwa here.
Oh, hi, Marwa. Thank you so much for sharing.
Hi, Dr.
Your
Sharma.
point is
Thank
very right. This is actually, we all are racing against time. Anyone else?
Time.
What did you presume? Anyone else would like to share? What did you presume when you heard this?
For me, I was like, for me, Craig speaking here. For me, I was like, is this insanity or what? 1 minute manager, is that achievable? Is that even sane? I mean, is it possible to even say that? That was the first impression that I had. But, as you dig deep and try to really look into these things, this is when you get to see that, look, this is achievable and it is very possible. It all comes back to what the previous speaker has just said, that it's looking at time and the goals that have been set to see if it's really achievable.
Yeah, exactly. I totally, value this. Your thought is actually in the right direction, Craig. Yes, it's all about that. And anyone else who presumed it? You know what? One interesting thing gave out to me was one student texted me asking that you have a session on 1 minute manager. I said, yes, we have. So he asked me that 1 minute manager, would you be telling me some simple tricks that, will be effective? So I said, okay, one way you can relate that. Yes, I'll share some tricks that you can be the 1 minute manager. But then he asked me, see, I am a manager. How can I be, how can I solve my problems in 1 minute? He asked me a very easy thing, I am a manager and 90% my time in my office is consumed in solving problems of others. How can I do it in 1 minute? What I said to him was, it's being a 1 minute manager or an effective manager is not complicated as you think. It's just a skill in managing resources. We all get the same, 8 hours, 6 hours, or 7 hours in a workplace. And that time is what we have to churn it off in a manner that people will always remember. Oh, it's Kenneth. Oh, it's Craig. His style is different. He's a different. And by end of the day, when you finish your day, you may feel like, oh my God, I did so many tasks today, but without realizing that it was overburdened. I know you all will agree with me. Some days in our workplace, are those days which are like, we feel like the work is not finishing only. I'm like, I'm going on doing one work, another work, and my workload is increasing, but I'm not achieving any end results. End of the day, no one is happy with my work. Have you ever faced these situations?
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes,
we do how much ever we want, but expectation increases. Still, they are not satisfied.
Yeah, and that goes on, and you feel like end of the day, you may feel you are exhausted. You did a lot of work, as an individual, as a professional. You feel like, you could best utilize your time, but still then the results is not achieved. nobody is happy, no one is appreciating, and end of the day, if I see,
And we get into self-doubt that what we have been lacking where and what. This what happened.
Exactly. So people are like, I've heard this from many professionals. Even I have personally faced this, when I started my career, I personally started my career as a banking professional. So banking professional, when I started my career was, that was a phase when banks have started with providing loans. So it was very, difficult to convince a customer. Why? Because see, every customer or every individual needs money, but their salary is limited. But if you tell them, okay, the banks is giving you easy finance option, you can actually, have this money, and this will be provided by the bank at a certain interest rates. You need to repay this way and all. But people were less convinced. You know why? Because they said that it's not, they don't trust it, because they felt that, if someone is providing me money, it's not. So at that time of my career, I used to always feel that I'm speaking with so many clients, I'm speaking with so many customers, but then they are not convinced. I used to feel like my effort is more, but results are less. But nobody asked me, like how many consumers or how many customers you met a day. What they see is the final results. Did we achieve it? Did someone take the service? So this, I know you must have all have faced this. But, in spite of all this will happen in your daily life. There may be days where you may be surprised. Oh my God, how did it happen that, quickly things were done today? There is one interesting thing, which researchers say that eat the frog first. Have you heard it before? They say eat the frog, not the
No, ma'am.
not actually eating the
I haven't
frog.
heard.
Have you heard it? Anyone who have heard this?
No, ma'am.
You know what is this? It has been proved that whenever a professional is going to the workplace, and among, if you say you have list of 10 activities or 10 tasks that you need to do in the day, and if you can categorize that this one activity of mine will be taking more time and it's the most difficult thing, what expert says that, you should do it first. That's why it is called eat the frog first. They always say that, eat it first. Every day, whatever task or work you have, the one in your mind, it may be complicated, it may not be complicated. And I know that some of your colleagues may tell you, oh, this work, why do you feel it's a big work? It's a simple thing, but for you, it may be the biggest thing. What ideally an effective manager look forward is that this is one of an interesting strategy. Eat the frog first. And let me share, when I'm saying eat the frog first, 3 things that make you the 1-minute manager. Goal setting, at to 1-minute goal setting. When I say, you are an effective, you can be an effective manager, these are those people who can be effective. You can be an effective manager with achieving results, but lesser time. Goal setting, praising, and 1-minute reprimand. I will take you to one by one details, I just want to ask you all one thing. Do you set a goal for yourself? Do you set goal?
Yes,
Does
sure, we
any
do.
one of us? Sorry, Craig, I could not hear you. You were saying something.
Yeah, I was just responding to your question where you asked whether we are setting goals for ourselves. So I was saying, yes, sure, we do set goals for ourselves.
Would you mind in sharing any one goal of yourself?
Okay, for me, I would say the first goal of the day is to make sure that you have come prepared to do what you signed up for. That is my first goal. That is providing a service to people. You're providing a service to people and making sure that you do it wholeheartedly and effectively.
Ah, okay, okay. So like, you know, a service to others.
Yeah,
That's what
yes,
you're
ma'am.
trying to say?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting, Craig. It requires a big heart, by the way.
It does.
Because
True.
end of the day, I know that, you know, no management is going to ask how many people Craig helped in the organization, but they will always see, did Craig achieve the results, or did Craig did the job that we wanted him to do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is where it gets very, very tricky now, because one, you are in charge of a group of people that may not share the same vision, that may not have the same drive that you have as an individual. So it complicates the whole thing. And at the end of the day, now it becomes your sole responsibility again to make sure that everyone who is in your team gets to take a small piece of that drive that you have to make sure that the set goals are achieved.
Interesting. This is very interesting. And this needs courage in an organization to do it.
True. That is very true.
Anyone else who could just share the goal for yourself?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. This is Shiraz from Tunisia.
Yeah, tell me.
Indeed, yes. Setting goal for ourselves, it's very compulsory. I mean, without goals, life has no sense. I mean, yeah, it's related to your love for life. That's very important to have goals and to work on it, and to have energy and deliver efforts to achieve our goal. The example is that I'm working now as a consul of the Tunisian Republic here in Dubai. I was first consul in the Czech embassy, Tunisian embassy, sorry, in the Czech Republic. And normally by promotion, of course, I'll be ambassador, inshallah. But in my mind, I said, why not, for example, doing other things? I mean, I'm business oriented, and I'm doing my own business in agriculture, for example. I invest all my income, I mean, a part of it, the almost a part of it, in doing my agriculture project. And also I'm intending to continue in an MBA. Why? Because even though I have a master in international relations, which is my specialty even at work, but MBA can, for example, can help me reach a good job position like a senior manager in a multinational or even in international organizations like United Nations organization. So yeah, even though the situation is good, but still, if we have objective, we have to work on it to realize what is in our mind. I mean, to promote in ourselves.
Oh, wow. You realize that you are doing many things as a part, whether, you know, nobody, I don't know, your organization must be not be aware what you're doing extra.
Yeah, indeed, I'm doing a double work. I'm working during the day, double service. I'm in my governmental organization, and then at the same time, I'm helping my husband in doing business. So via importation between Dubai and Tunisia, we have to, I mean, we have to exploit the place where we are staying, and we see what is here cheaper than that, than there. I mean, in Tunisia, which is required also in Tunisia, because there it's very expensive. People cannot manage to buy. That's a point.
but also to work in multinationals or big companies like General Electric, Henkel, so on and so forth. I'm working on files, personal files of people who are asking for visa to go to Tunisia for business. And then I've seen that all of them, I mean, I was in contact with most of them who are senior manager in big companies, and almost all of them are did the MBA. So that's what helped them to be senior manager in such big companies. So we have to, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm hearing you, and I know that, it's all about you have stretched yourself to the extra work hours.
Yeah.
You realize that it's not easy thing with all your responsibilities. I know that your daily work would be, say, consuming 6 to 8 hours of your day, and the additional things you are doing, it may consume another sleepless night of yours. This is not an easy thing that every professional can do.
Yeah, indeed. I sometimes I go to work at 5 or 6 a.m. Even though I am consul, I can come later. I mean, my work is from 9 to 3, but I can go even at 10, 11. But because I have files of people, so no, I cannot stand like this, relaxing without doing my job. I mean, yeah, I go and then I stretch more efforts. But for example, now I am very, very sick. I have a strong cold. As you can maybe remark, because I'm at bed, but still I say no. I have to go for the opening session. I have to listen to you and to have more information about business management and so on and so forth. So I said 1 hour or 2 hour. It's not like a big deal. I can relax later. That's the
God.
point.
You know
Even my
what?
family told us no going to work tomorrow, and then I said no, I'm going to relax today. But even though I'm sick, I go. I cannot stop working because I cannot feel relaxed sleeping or laying on beds and then knowing that I have a lot of work to do.
I mean, I'm surprised to know that an employee goes in an organization early morning, 5 and 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, surprising. We don't find, I don't know, anyone who goes at that time in this team, in this group.
Even the consul general doesn't know about that because it's my responsibility to do. It's not all of the time, but when there is a pressure of work, because I'm managing the two most important files in the consulate, and there are a lot of files to do. So and my colleague, the other consul of economic cooperation, asked me always to help. To help me, but I said no, thank you, I'm doing well, and I do not say to anybody that I'm coming, say at 6 or 7 or 5. I come when I have to come because it's a responsibility to do, and without telling anybody because it's my responsibility. So yeah, I manage. The most important thing that I do my job and I reach my goal, that everything on my office is done and organized.
Wow. It requires, what I could say, it is like, 5. I mean, I'm still stuck in the line that you say you reach to your office 5 to 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I go when
I
it's
don't know
necessary.
anyone in the group who does the same, like.
That's I would share one story actually. During the COVID time, because if we go early morning, if we want to do something, and that achievement, if achievement is not there, why should we go for there and do it? So I told my team to come in the early morning, even COVID time. There is many problems are there, the road and all. Then I told them to come. Why? Because I got a confirmation from Ministry of Immigration saying due to COVID, we will stamp visa without medical report. So I just see whatever the pending. I told my team to come early morning and preparation everything and send it to the stamping, because we are saving per person around 650 rums for the medical, because they don't want medical for the new visa stamping. So there'll be an achievement. Actually, we posted around 300 staff passport without making medical report. So means there is a chance we got it and we just achieve that. That time I arrange it. That time I arrange it because I know end of the day I will get all will get management this thing. So that's reason I several time I went in the COVID time. So there is a achievement is there. I know the cost will be cost will be very really we will get a cost reducement because of the medical. And
you know what you guys are doing, the setting, leave about whether your organization would credit this or not, whether they will actually appreciate that you are stretching some extra hours just to ensure that timely results are achieved, but as Harry said, in a cost effective way. But whether this organization appreciates or not, whether they are even aware about it, that an employee is doing so much, it's you are have the potential to be the effective manager. Now when we are answering this, I know your answers, your response give me something like you are setting goal for others as well. So when I was hearing from you that you have work experience, say of 10 years, 12 years in the professional, you are actually setting goal for others also. Imagine, a new recruit looks forward and, it's a general perception that once you achieve 10 years or 12 years in a profession, you need not to do work much. You just sit on a chair, instruct others, and they will do it for you. And you be the cup, you be the last, the cake, the cake is for you. They will do the work and you eat the cake. So you know what? Now in this group, at least I am seeing the professionals who are holding a major years of work experience, but still the hard work has increased over years. Am I right on this with all your cases? Do you have ever had a thought that, okay, now I am, I am in a good position in my company, 10 years of experience I have, so I can relax and I will ask people to do the job. Do you have ever relaxed that way?
Not in my case. I'm here again, Shiraz, in the consulate, Tunisian consulate. I have a staff working, in under my service. They're doing their jobs in reception, welcoming people and receiving their files, checking first their files, and then after that they send me files to work on them because it's governmental responsibility and contacts with other governmental organizations like Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Justice, that they cannot do. I'm a diplomat, I can do it. But even though when they see that I have a lot of files in my office, they also ask me, even my secretary, to help me. I say, no, I'm okay, and then I can do it. The thing that I'm going sometimes early to my office is that between 9 and 3, my staff are coming from between 1 minute and 1 minute. They come to give me files to sign. So going and coming to my office to sign files makes me losing time. So I cannot do a lot of my job. So that's why sometimes I have a lot of pressure on files. There are people who said, no, I have from 9 to 3, it's my official work, my official time. So I go and then I manage what I have to manage, or I work what I have to work within the 6 hours. But no, it's not my case. I said I feel always responsible for that because it's my service. It's my responsibility to do my job in the time, okay, 6 hours. But if there is a lot of time to manage, I have to go and to replace without saying to anybody, as I told you. Indeed, the appreciation from my boss is with the result. It's not with I come early or I come on Saturday or Sunday. And when he sees that results are there, all files are sent to ministries, everything is all right, all responses coming at time, this is also an appreciation. So yeah, it's my responsibility. It's my auto satisfaction. So I'm doing so. That's it. So I do not rely on anyone else. I mean, to help me doing my job, because it's a diplomat responsibility. It's not other people responsibilities.
Truly agree with you. You know what? By all these experiences that you're sharing, what you are actually doing, you are creating a benchmark that tomorrow, when you get promoted in your organization, the successor, the person who comes next on your chair, and this is the law of organization, that if you will never be every time on the same chair. If you get promoted to a better designation, better responsibility, the next person who occupies your chair, he always look for, say, the benchmark, the benchmark that you are setting.
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
Yeah.
The person who would then take up your responsibility, as you said, cannot survive in 9 to 3.
Yeah, that's true. Indeed, I went for a maternity holiday in my country, Tunisia. I was absent for 2 months of maternity. So the other diplomat replaced me. And then that was obvious for the consul general that the results are not the same, that are making a lot of time, that the ministries are not answering at the time. Why? Because files are not sent at time. So now the consul general, normally now I'm just finishing the 3 months in my mission, diplomatic mission here, because normally in our work it's 5 years abroad and 2 to 3 years at home at ministry. So normally by the 31st of July, I have to quit and then go back to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So he told me, we are going to lose you. What would be, the next person, is he or she going to do the same work as you? I said, yes, why not? But he said, no, I am sure that it would not be the same work, the same effectiveness. And yeah, that's the point indeed. But I'm not doing this for this remark, but I'm doing this because I'm responsible. He doesn't know even that I'm going early to do my job. That's it.
Exactly. You all will, sense this. If the hard work of yours is there, if you are actually, when I say you're setting goal for others, what I mean actually is that you are setting a benchmark. Anyone tomorrow takes up your responsibility and comes up in your chair, but they can't do it because you have already set a benchmark. The way, Suji does, Sibu does, Genevieve does, Canif does, cannot be replicated by some other person because you have benchmarked it. Now, let me take you something interesting here. The 1 minute goal setting, one of the effective manager's skill. Now, when you all were sharing your experience, it's very important that 20% of the effort that we put goes to 80% of work. It will only go if we know that what are the goals and how to set a goal. for yourself and for your team, the people who report to you. You should be like, very clear, telling them, look, organization, end of the day, they look for the profits. I have ideally seen that organization look for two things. One is, what they look for is higher profits. Second, and I know you all will agree to me, they look for cost reduction. I should not spend much, but I should gain more profits. Do you agree? All of your organization, unique organizations in different sectors, but everyone follows the same. Either I should get more profits, or I should get more, cost should be reduced. My expenditure should be less. Now, when you are an effective manager, important thing is you set a goal for yourself and for others, the people who report to you. They should know that, every work they do, every small task, it may be like, for instance, every time when I once had a training where only these front desk people were there, only front desk professionals were there. They were acting as, they were the receptionist, somewhere like on the customer service desk. So only front. What they had a thought in their mind that the work they do is unproductive. I was so disappointed, and I cleared the barrier in their mind. See, you are the first point of contact of any person who calls in your organization. You hold more responsibility than, say, the CEO of the company. Why? Because if a call, and if you speak, be rude, or if you say to them like, can you call me back? Or I don't have time now, I have other call. You lose everything there. Your standards, your business standards will fall. It's very important that the people in your organization who reports to you or who comes to you, they should realize that it's very important that the task or the work that you do is a part of a goal that my organization want to achieve. As an effective manager, it's your role then to convince them, to make sure that they are aware. The smaller the task, don't regard any task smaller. Every task of every individual in your organization is valuable. So even if they are doing just attending a call, or even if, it would be the cleaning guy, the office boy, every task of them is actually related to the goal of your organization. Do you all agree with me on this? Do you have any thought? Have you experienced anything like, a person, your employee coming to your desk and telling that I'm just a receptionist, I'm just an office boy, or, I'm just a customer service desk?
Yeah.
Have you sensed that?
Yes, indeed. It's very important indeed, like you said, the customer service or the front desk people. Their work are maybe the most important work in the organization, because they are the image of the organization. Because people, when they come, they do not know the managers and the senior responsible. They know only this person or that person who are receiving their files, who are giving them information. So if someone like answers rudely, that would be not okay. So what I say, I found one people who is working like this. No, come tomorrow. No, we cannot accept this. No, So I tried to talk to him, and I said, you are the most important person here. You are more important than me, more important than the consul general. We are doing the files and sending them in Tunisia. People are not here. They do not know me or the consul general or my colleagues. They know you. So if you answer correctly, if you answer with high respect, so you are giving, I mean, a good image of the consulate of Tunisia also, because it's a representation. So what I say and how I do, I give him responsibility. What I say that every time he said these people are answering, are requiring, for example, information, or I'm giving them information, but they do not, they are not convinced. They have to talk to you. I said no. You are in the front desk. You represent me. You represent the consulate. You represent the country. You have to be reliable for these people. So what you're going to say, if it's correct, okay, if you are not sure, just you call me to have information, and then I'll help you, or I give you clarification, so then you can answer correctly. People or citizens who are coming to the consulate. So they have to rely on you, because you are in the front desk and it's your responsibility. What you are going, what I am going to say to people, it's the same point or the same information that you have to give them. You say, no, I am just a person in reception, and they know, they may not be like convinced by my, no, you have, what you're going to say, it's my point also, unless you are not sure. So you just come back to me, and then I will help you. So like this, I encourage him to have more, more confidence, to be powerful in answers, to be like strong in clarifications. So I taught him to have like reliable answers, and to be good and effective for people who are coming. So we have also to know how to manage with these people who are in the front desk. They are not just front desk people, or we have to misrespect them, because they are there in the front of the organization, and then they represent the image of any organization or company.
Exactly. You know what? This is a 1-minute manager who values, and you should be able to communicate to the reporting people, the one who comes to you, the one who is reporting to you, or the one to whom you are reporting, to convey them that, every small task or every small activity, though, I mean, small is a very wrong word. We should not, not this small, but every activity, every work done by them results in achieving the final goal of the organization. It's a starting point. Without you doing it proper, I will not achieve the goals that I need or my organization needs. You know what? Coming to the experiences that I have heard from many employees, those work in IT sector, healthcare sector, hospitality, even education sector. There are three, what they told me, that there are people who come from this old school thoughts, who carry this pride. You will always find that their neck is up. And when they enter to the office, they don't even look at the person who is in the reception. They don't even turn around, because they will speak only to people who are professionally equal rank to them. Now, many employees have told to me this they have seen in persons who are coming from old school of thoughts. But those people who have come a long way, not mere in this position where you are because of luck, fortune, reference. It's because of your hard work that you are in this seat. They value each work and task. And this is the very important activity as a 1 minute goal setting. And I'm thank you for you to sharing your information, references, and even sharing the way, this is actually happening in workplace. Don't be that. You be the 1 minute manager who knows that, the task, the work, even of the office boys is resulting in one or the other way to achieve of the organization goal. Have a conscious thought. End of the day, everyone is contributing to that goal. So now let me ask you something. How frequently do we set our goals? How frequently does your organization, our all organization, have a mission and a vision statement? Is it?
Yeah, it is. It is because vision and mission is very, very, very important for every organization, because they have to know about how we have to accomplish our goals day by day, how to motivate someone else, how to focus on the task day by day, what we have to do in our mission for a project, like for a presentation, and meet from all over the world about to organize the meetings, motivate our employees, train our students to be the best future in our country, to understand how we have to pass them, give them a jobs, and promote in the next level. In order to avoid wasting their time, we have to tell them to focus on the task day by day. That is so important to accomplish your goals, and calculating the books of accounts. Profit is so important in every company to work. And
wow,
manager is so
Shahir.
important.
Wow, Shahir, thank you. Shahir, that's right.
Yeah, Shahir.
Shahir, you have joined late, but I know you have missed some parts. And
sorry, I'm late.
No, hope you have coped up, and hope the discussions, you're finding the link between what we are discussing.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm late. Sorry about that.
It's absolutely fine. What's your expertise? The group doesn't know you.
So I'm a student studying business.
Oh, okay. So are you working somewhere?
No. I don't have a job. I'm a student.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Shahir, for joining and giving this valuable idea, sharing this with us. You know what? Many working professionals tell me when I ask them, how frequently does your organization or you do it? Like setting goal for yourself or setting goal for others. What they tell me is that some say weekly, some say monthly.
Planning, motivation, planning, organizing, controlling, or it could be leading, how we have to calculate, how to organize, how to earn a lot of profit. That is so important for it.
Yeah,
profit.
Exactly. So if you could tell me, how frequently do we do it? Do we do it weekly, monthly, yearly, quarterly? How we do it?
It depends upon whether we want to do yearly, monthly for every month. It could be like that. Weekly for every week. It could be like that. It depends upon where you want to put. Yearly means every year is better. So yearly is better. We can do it. Like this year, next year, or after next year, day by day. That is so important for everyone's life.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Asel. So I'm sorry I also joined like late. And I'm not a manager. I'm also a student, and I also work. I'm an employee. I work in an American company, and I just wanted to ask to this question: how frequently do we set a goal? In our company, so I'm an accountant. In our company, in finance team, we set a goal for 1 week, and every Monday we have meeting. And on meeting, we share like what is going to be our priorities for this week. And then next week, when it's Monday, we share all our tasks, which we have already finished. And then we always share what was the challenges, what kind of challenges we had, what kind of like hard tasks we had, how we achieved it, how we finished it, did we get any supports from our colleagues. So in this way, all of the like colleagues, team parts, they know what kind of tasks we did and then how we achieved it. And I think it's very important if we make the goals like every week like that. But this is my like personal opinion. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Asil, for sharing. Have I pronounced correct? It's Asil?
Yes, it's fine. Yeah, Asil.
Yeah. So Asil, tell me one thing, like from your experience, when you sit in this meeting of weekly, say weekly review meetings, if suppose an employee says, oh, I could not achieve my goals as desired or as given to me for maybe any reason, how is it perceived?
Means
how is there any strict action being taken, or is it like the person would be so much under then in the eye of management? Like normally I know everyone will agree when we are given some goals, when we are given some task, and if suppose I'm not able to achieve it, and in a meeting I discuss, I say that, oh sorry, I could not do it. Reasons would be like, I was loaded with other work, or the client did not turn up, not my fault. Like I know with finance people, they say that, sometimes the client did not do the payment, but I did the follow-up. The client is telling me some genuine reason he did not do the payment. Now, in that case, how does your organization perceive it? It's like a blame game on the employee, or it's like accepted, or how do they take it?
Okay, I got your question. So in our finance team, of course, it's very important to achieve what we have, like what kind of goals we set for this week. And it's always important to finish on time. But sometimes, we also have like so many tasks to do that we cannot manage to finish within 1 week. So in that case, I remember in previous week, we had kind of situation that one of my colleagues, she couldn't finish the task which was given to her, but there was a very very important thing from my manager. He said that just set a time, exact time, like within how many days you can finish, and tell me about that. If you can do that, you can do it. If you cannot, if you need help, just let me know, so we will do it together. And if we cannot finish the tasks on time, there's always like support from our manager or from our senior colleagues, and it's very important, and it's like acceptable in our how to say, organization, because if we cannot finish within 1 week, we have like a certain time. We need to finish it like within 1 month, because every month we have to like finish all the tasks like exactly for sure. So if we cannot finish like within 1 week, it means we can do it next week, so it's acceptable. And there is always like support from our other colleagues. But anyway, we of course we try to complete like all the things, like just not to let us down and not to let our managers and our colleagues down. So yeah.
This is great. This is great. Thank you, Asil, for sharing this actually. So, the other team members, now many of the, when we were introducing each other, many of them hold like a higher position. So, it would be a learning lesson that when we know that, our people, we all are human beings. We have tendency to make mistakes. We have tendency to do the, to not meet the deadlines. Maybe we all are gifted with two hands, one brain. It may has its own shortfalls, shortcomings that we can't do all work together. But yes, if the organization appreciates it and they know that, okay, so how frequently, my question is very well answered here, that yes, we need to do it frequently. It's very important to know where is your people and do they face any challenge? Do I need to revise, rethink as an organization? Can I do anything? Can me be an help to them? So thank you for sharing all this with us. Now let me take you to something interesting. The next part, when Asil and me were talking, is as an effective manager, we all need to do this 1 minute praising. To be the 1 minute manager, as goal setting is important, sometimes, that's why I was asking Asil again and again, how is your organization's reaction if you don't do it? A 1 minute praising by the people who come to you, or by you to others, or even if you receive it. I know you all may relate it to your early days of your career. We all were, we all must have been put in a stress test, that let's see how he can do this job or justify his or her job. So how well you do it. When you be an effective manager, you're praising. Now I've just put some terms which I think you must have been hearing this again and again. When your organization or when your reporting boss comes and tells you that you coped well with that. Trust me, I know someone like from one of an organization, I cannot name it, but very leading organization. They were hosting a big event. They recently launched a mall in UAE in the heart of the city. And they wanted that, it should be the launch part is very important, because marketing, all the informations, the marketing tools, everything needs to come up in the place. And the entire responsibility was taken by a lady. The lady shared me her experience, as she said, she had this deadline of say 3 months. Within 3 months, the mall was ready, but 3 months was the time where she took the time for promoting the events, ensuring the celebrities coming over for inauguration, ensuring that she says that when you open, and I think if any one of you are from retail sector, they would easily know, in a mall, the number of visitors in a day would be like, in say n numbers, but the first day is very crucial, because you should have the maximum count coming there on that first day, because that is deciding how effective was your launch promotion. She was given this responsibility, and she said, she was getting very less response when they advertised and all. In this marketing advertisement, there is a game. I know you know this when you operate in Instagram and all. Have you heard this terms like page like and dislike?
Yes.
And even, there is something like how many subscribe. These are all marketing games.
Yeah.
Everyone plays around this. So she was like, very worried that she did this 3 months advertisement, heavy funds by the company, but then, there was very less likes, dislikes, and all marketing, everything was affected. But then she said, she made a slight change in the strategy and things worked out. Everything was changed. The figures became double. So she said she was, as a professional, she said, now I'm very happy, content that, it worked out. But she said more than that, when she said her management said, we saw that what was happening and you coped well with that. This makes a difference. You not necessary, you can, actually have the leverage to give everything in terms of monetary. Like, your employee doing a best job, give him like promotion, increment, give him that extra money, give him that extra hard work, pay him monetarily. But then your one word, you coped well with that. Or we believe in you, you're amazing. Only you can do this. Makes a difference. And this will make you the manager. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like as you said, marketing is very, very important to promote someone else as a promotion, like whether using for some social media or for communication purposes. You have to motivate yourself. You have to teach others how we have to do planning, organizing, controlling, leading. Motivation is also very, very important, and leadership, great communication skills, how to teach them. Don't say, I don't know how to teach, this is not acceptable.
Yes.
You have to help them. You have to help them what are the main problems, how we have to solve their problems day by day, how to understand that what help they need, what kind of skill they have to improve so far. If not, it will be a big problem.
Exactly. This 1 minute praising, and it hardly takes 1 minute, literally telling a sentence, you coped well with that. Hardly takes a minute. Telling someone that, okay, this task that I've given to you, you know why I've given you? Because only you can do it. Nobody else in the organization is capable enough of doing it. Whether you have many people, many a times, this makes a difference. This is one of the way.
That's why I said to you, sorry to interrupt you.
No
That's why I said,
problem.
yeah, that's what I said. I said this is simple. As a leader, I was calling all the people for this cost cutting for that. As I said, there are cost cutting is going to happen. Then what happened is after that everything is come. We saved around 100,000 dirhams, UAE dirhams. So I highlighted. I sent the email to higher level management and said, see, look at this. We have done this much of cost cutting for the company. We saved a lot of money, and he highly appreciate to all my team members. And one of hard worker, the team member, I have been nominate him for employee of the month also. So they are happy. So I'm delegating the job. At the same time, I'm motivating them, and I'm seeing where there are gaps. Maybe people that my team, there'll be gaps also. Training skills is required, and I just motivate them, and I'll find the plus minus where is lacking of. I will give more training, coaching, counseling, whatever it is they required, and multinational people. So we have to play with them. And same time, I need to see what is my plus and minus, what is my weakness. So on a daily basis, I'm thinking about where I have to be improved, why I am sometimes nervous, why I'm sometimes I could be not stand and stay, something like that. I develop myself. That could be the reason I come into a MBA program. Thank you so much, because it's near to be completed. So a lot of things I learned from the Switzerland School of Management. And thank you so much, Leonard, here also, and you're also doing so many. That's why I attend. Actually, I'm unfortunately 5 minutes late. I attend, but is really a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Just to say to everyone, Harry is our student, so Harry is a part of it. So I thank you, Harry, for sharing this information. 1 minute praising makes a miracle. And many a times in our workplaces, we ourselves are loaded with work. It doesn't that, we sometimes don't have time to have our lunch, or even to have a tea break. We don't have time sometimes. I know that. I know all these. Sometimes we don't have time even to make a call. We all do this, make a call to our home. Is everything fine? We all, even we don't have time to see our phones also, which is like a big thing today. And if I'm so loaded with work, people feel like, oh God, talking to this person will take my time. Now, if I start talking, he or she will take, another half hour of mine, 40 minutes of time. So people always find the easy way, just avoid them for the day and be focused on my work. But no, this 30, 40 minutes, it's just that 1 minute praising that you need to do. And you don't know, by doing this, you become the effective manager. Now next, I'm sharing with you for now, okay? I'm sharing a link with you on the chat box. Just a minute. Yeah, I'm sharing a link with all of you on the chat box. Can you all, did you all receive the link?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you please click on the link and just take 5 minutes and let's see. Let's catch up again, just 5 minutes. Now it is 2:41. By 2:46, just click on the link and choose your option. Are you all able to do it? Are you able to open the link?
It's not opening.
It's not opening?
I opened. It works it works well on my device.
Okay, 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 fine, fine.
Is it a series of questions?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
Yes, we
it's
do
not
have it.
working. Maybe I'm using my mobile. That's the reason.
Oh, okay. But then also it will
No.
take you to another page. It should be. Just
Yeah,
try
yeah.
once again.
No. Oh, shall I open it from my
Miss, I would like to know.
Yeah.
Miss, where have you sent the document?
On the chat box. On the chat box. The link is shared on the chat box.
I am not able to see any link. It's just an empty blank space. I don't know why. Can you resend it one more time
Yeah,
so that
sure.
yes, sir.
Minute.
I'm in the
See
chat
now,
section.
I have specialized sent to you. See now.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank
Received?
You. Received. Well received.
Okay, okay, okay. Done?
I'm done.
Done?
Yeah.
Wow, Rima, that was quick. Just few minutes. I'm waiting for others also to do it. How did you find the questions?
It's good based on our daily experience.
I'm also done, but this is in Arabic language. I don't know which one should I click on.
Actually, the form is in English. If you could translate it, there would be an option to translate it.
Just a second.
Must be your, the settings. Because the form is in English. Just could you, go to the settings and see on the translate?
Let me try.
I also one of them, ma'am, but they say another response also.
I didn't get.
Hello. I also done part one, but they said submit another response. This is ignore it now. This
Means you're not able to send any response?
no, I always done. I also done. I also done,
okay,
but
okay. Then fine. Everybody done by now?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I couldn't translate it. I'm sorry, but I noted my answers.
Oh, okay, no problem.
If that if that does make sense.
Maybe Azel, what you can do is that maybe you can keep the link and maybe after the session you can change the setting or do it in another browser. So
Okay.
your response is very valuable.
Okay, I'll try.
May I know this? Can you guys please change the name? I think the Samsung and the Zoom user. Can you please change the name? Because whenever you speak, I'm so sorry, I always see it as Samsung.
See, I was trying in my phone, and it could not work. Then I moved to send it to my personal ID and my
It's
desktop. I'm
working?
doing that. Desktop, yeah, I already done it. Done now. Because I'm in office, so I just managed to do that. Thanks.
Okay, okay. Okay, let's begin again. So I thank you for your responses. I will share the results soon. Can you all see the screen now?
Yes, we can see it.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
The
With the
screen,
question, right?
yeah, the screen now, 1 minute reprimand.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, so the third one that I wanted and why I captured your responses was reprimand. 1 minute goal setting, 1 minute, 1 minute praising, and now 1 minute reprimand. Reprimand is very important. People or your colleagues or you reporting to your top management, everyone requires feedback. And I know each one of you require feedback. We all require feedbacks to the work we do, whether good, whether we did justice to the work, whether we didn't do justice to the work, were we able to, tackle to the challenge. We all need feedback. An ideal manager would be the one who is there to give the feedback. And when I know that with all your work culture, with your responsibilities, a feedback is given only when you are able to achieve results timely. And when you become accountable and you have to ask to become, feedback is taken always when you are accountable for the job or the accountability for the job is given. Do you all agree on this? How is the feedback system in your organization? Anybody would like to share the feedback system of your organization?
So for that, accountability, it is all about how we have to know about how people are doing a performance, of focusing on tasks day by day. To know about their performance, to check whether they're doing good or not. We have to focus on their tasks. We need to have a time manageable results, whether they're focusing in their work or not. So they have to create a mission day by day, like they have to focus on every time of their work, mostly focus on their work, not on anything else. So they can do very good in their performance. If not, they'll have worse performance.
Exactly. So anyone who would also like to share the feedback system in your organization? Does your organization give you feedback frequently?
Hi, it's again Shiraz.
Shiraz, okay.
Yeah.
Shiraz.
Thank you. So we have feedback internally in the consulate itself, and then the feedback also between consulate and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in our country, which is the home administration. So indeed, internally speaking, there is the staff working on the front desk who are doing their jobs, and then later they are giving us consuls. We are 3 consuls. They are giving us feedback of the work that they did. and then we analyze if there is something not done or not well done, or there is something not clear. So, and after that, we as the three consuls, we have to give feedback to our boss, who is the consul general. So this is internally speaking. So if my boss just asks me to do something, I have to do it. Or if this thing is has to be done by my staff, so I just transfer the instruction to my staff to do it, and then they have to come back to me, and then I come back necessarily to my boss, without, of course, asking me that, because I have to give him a feedback to follow up what we're doing every day. So, and as a consulate, we are also every task that we're doing here, or any problem here that citizens are meeting, or any important information here. So we give feedback to our home ministry, or even our foreign ministry. They ask us sometimes some tasks or some mission. So we have to work on that. I mean, in team or individually, it depends on the task itself, or on the mission, and then they have to refer to that task, and then to give feedback to our ministry there. We are the eyes of our country, or the eyes of our ministry there. So they are doing everything through us. So feedback is very important. Otherwise, if we do not give feedback, other people can work without knowing that that task is done already, or they may, for example, do something contrary to what we have done. So the job will be like not effective, or sometimes blocked somehow. That's it. So it's our experience.
Just one doubt. Tell me one thing. When you face this situation, when you tell to your team that a work is being assigned to you, and I will be requiring your feedback.
Yeah.
So do they have a perception that they are being monitored? The every task activity they do in this process?
Indeed, for example, an example of mine, in my team, there are 3 people. 2 people are giving me feedback, I mean, with pleasure.
Yeah.
The other one, it's a personnel also, who is working, but he sees that I am younger than him, okay? Then he is not required to come back to me. And this is the conflict that we have now instantly, because he was sent now some months ago. I didn't meet this problem before, but now he always says, no, I do not work on this today. No, this require to ask. No, I said, no, I am your boss, and I am responsible. I am signing, but it's not with force. I just try to explain to him that this, by the law, is you have to consult, for example, the website or our correspondence to have an idea about that. But the answer might be different. It might be, no, you are not in the position to decide. You are just here to execute. But that would be like discouraging him. He will like consider himself like doing nothing, or just a machine to do this work, and he will work not in patience. What I'm trying to do is to consider him like we are a family here. We are working together. Your work is important. My work is important. Our boss is important also. So every one of us is doing his job. Without you, I cannot do my job. Without me, the consul general does not, could not do his work. So here it's a teamwork. We have to work together in a team. When you cannot understand something, or when you are not convinced, I do not humiliate you because you are just in a position of execution. No, but I try to make you understand the point, So next time you will not ask for this, or you do know I cannot do this. So I'm just supporting this. It's not, I'm not required to support this, but I am doing, because I have to be polite. I have to respect people to be respected. And even though I am younger than him, 10 years maybe younger than him, but everyone has I'm diplomat, he's administrative. That's what our educational experience make me and make him. That's the reality. But I try always to be respectful, polite, and by this thing, because I have the same problem with the other people. 2 years ago, one person in the front desk I said, give this person something, this service. He said, no, I give service for all people equally. I said, I asked you to do something, just do it. I went to my boss. I said, I'm not understanding what I'm doing here. If I ask my team to do something and he just said no without anything, how no? So my manager was a bit like coward. Sorry to say the words, but he does not want to be in conflict with anybody. So he didn't ask him to come and then to speak to him. But I called him. He just come. He said, please, I do apologize. I said, that's okay for me. It's not a problem of apologizing or not, or accepting apologize. I do apologize you. That's not the point. But I am here signing person. If I sign something, if I tell you to do this thing, that I am sure that it's my responsibility. If there is something, they will come back to me. It's not you. Okay. Then he apologized again. I said, it's not a problem of apologizing. From that time on, I said, in our country or in our system, we say always to my boss, Mr., Mrs., and so on and so forth. Always I say to my secretary, to my team, no, just call me Shiraz. I am your sister here. I am your friend. We are doing a job together. So it's not like, okay, there is a hierarchy and we have to respect, we have to obey, but like everyone knows his task or her task. So I accept from you any calling. You call me Shiraz because I am your sister. You are my brothers and my sisters also. So after that, maybe 10 days we didn't talk to each other. But after that, from that point, now every time he comes back to me by feedback. When I say something, he just do it. But I try always to convince him that this point is like this, that point is like this. So then I might make them doing their work with awareness, with consciousness, so they know what they're doing. And it's very important.
Yes.
That's it.
You know what, it's like, it's a hard work, turning around. And when you are dedicating your time to do something which is not even measured as a goal of your organization. I know that, when you were interacting with that guy and you were convincing him to come in line with the organization needs, I know that it will not be have a discussion which says of 5 minutes or so. It would have been a long discussion, but I think so your focus would be to achieve collective results. And this is something, thank you so much for sharing this. When we speak about reprimand and giving feedback, many organizations or many person as an individual, as you say, and you said it rightly, many people perceive that oh, she's lesser my age, she's less of my experience, or why should I listen to her? What does she know about this? Yeah, right, Shiraz?
That's true. That's exactly true.
People have that presumption, whether they say it directly or not, but when they act accordingly, we also feel the same, then we become resentment. Oh no, my feedback. And you know what, Shiraz, when you were sharing this experience with me, among these attendees in this session, everyone have raised their hands. And I think this is something that everyone face in their organization. When we give feedback, one thing, people judge you that, oh, he or she is always negative. any work I do, or any work, any task, even I be a part of it, they are going to find it as negative only. Why should I do it? And even they see who is judging it, and all other, the politics, everything comes in place. But what is required, in spite of all these complexities, and I know, Shahid, you were telling me one guy is a problem, but others are fine. Everyone needs feedback. A professional who looks forward for growth, looking forward that I don't want to be the same, and I think we all are the same. We don't want to be the same person tomorrow. We want ourselves to be transformed as a professional. We want ourselves to be best in what we do, and we want ourselves to be getting recognitions, everything. And we want ourselves that to set a benchmark, that tomorrow when someone thinks of even replacing me, I should be the benchmark. They should always think that, oh, how does she did it and how she used to do this. So that becomes a benchmark. Feedback is very important. And as Sheila was saying it correctly, there are two aspects here. You are the manager, and there is a management framework there. If you are a visionary thinker, the management is look forward in building the enterprises. You define the purpose, but they have designed the organization system. Who will report to whom will you report to, how the feedback should go. You create a mission statement, they deliver the mission statement. They just deliver the mission statement. This is what we want to achieve. You actually create the task and activities of the mission statement. Your feedback there is very important. Management, what they do is that they plan, budget, everything, but you have to actually see the strength and needs. I hope, does everyone understands over here that reprimand or giving feedback is very important?
Yeah, it is very, very important. Like it is SOTs, like strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's all about the measurement of employment. Like strength is like about whether you're doing good or not. It's all about you're doing fantastic. Perform. Weaknesses means very weak point. Opportunity means depending upon something else, and threats also same. It could be a warning or something else. So we have to know everyone has to be equally same. We have to organize, we have to have proficiency, means confidence, communication skills, understand how to control the company, planning, leading. You have to remember the dates, scheduling. Do not wait till the deadline. You have to submit on time, everything.
Exactly. And you know what? This is something that I noted down from my experience with these working professionals throughout sectors. Sometimes I deliver these trainings to people in different ranks of professions. And what I got from, some of the gist points that I got from this is that whenever you want to be very transparent with reprimand, whenever you want to be very transparent with the feedback, beforehand, whenever you give them the task, tell them that whatever they are going to do, it's going to be evaluated. Tell them beforehand itself, see, this is the task that I'm going to give you. We want to achieve this goal. They should know, most important, as I said in goal setting also, they should know that the task, what they are going to do is going to give us some results. And these results, we are going to evaluate it. And tell them, because, many a times this will not be offensive, but what will happen is that when you delegate these words, the person will always feel that my work is recognized. I am being valued asset of my organization. Sometimes, you need to actually, as a manager, we always need to look not on the end of the day, but every hour, or not by hour, I mean the typical hour time by clock, but every part of the work done by your colleague, it should be monitored so that end results is achieved. I should not be a manager who is sitting on the chair just to see how they are doing the mistakes. or let me see how they, you must have in your some careers, in part of your career, or I don't know whether you're facing it today, but you must have seen people who give you task as a challenge and tell you that let me see how you achieve it. Have you, any one of you, faced this? Did
You
any
mean
one of you face that, yeah, people
challenges,
giving,
like managers giving the challenges to us?
yes, telling like,
Yeah, yeah.
like, Harry, do this and let me see
Yes,
how you achieve it.
because we have in the position, I think many years back, 3 years back, where our company is a other name, like a local sponsor here, where company is an international level. The company is in Saudi Arabia, and they want to change the name to all Emirates ID, visas, everything. The totally complete company information wants to change, from the trade license, from starting from the trade license, visa renewal, all name to be changed. So it's a challenge for me. And the management side said, do it, because there is no other option. I cannot say no also. They said, do it because this is as a legally, it's not right. So they want to change the company name fully. So that is challenging part for me. And first we need to cancel the first company, visa, labor card, everything. Then we need to start trade license for the new company, and then start to apply for new visa as a new employee visa, like that. Apply change status is a big, very much challenging, and we don't have that much of uh, means staff also. So the management side is saying, do it, because they don't have any other option. So this type of things I face, and I'm really, disappointed. 2 3 days, how can I do this one? Because I need to delegate to the staff, my under working with me. Then they will also the same pressure. They saying, how can I do within a short period? So that is really challenging. But the management and the CEO level, they need to do it this in a frame limit. So within a 6 months they need to complete this task. So that type of important task I face, and there are many difficulties. We end up with a lot of issues, and some stuff we send back because their visa is already expired, and there is huge fine and all. But end of the day, we managed to achieve that project.
Yeah, I know. So, but you know what, Ari, when you are an effective manager, these things, would not look good if I, as you said, you were talking very sensible, that though the deadlines were given to you, but when you share it with your employees, they will be more pressure than you. They will also
Exactly.
like know that this work is to be done in a quicker thing. As an effective manager, when we reprimand, we should be always telling people that we know that this was a task you need to achieve, and this is what you're going wrong. Let me know if I can be help to you, and make them feel that it's a general what you call a posture we do, a gesture we do. We shake hands sometime, or we pat them on the back and touch them and tell them that honestly, look, I am on your side. I understand that it's a very tedious work,
Yeah, that
deadlines.
is from
Yes.
my side. From my side to my team, I do always, because I know this is a really risky task, and if you keep it, there'll be huge fine as well. So I always motivate them, even though it's a task is very huge, even though they know they cannot handle it properly, because it's the time limit is very short. Then
Yes.
even though that also, I just appreciate them. If they are doing fastly, I will appreciate them. I will take them out, and we'll discuss something, and we'll have coffee, and all of these things I'll do, because I know at the end of the day we will achieve. But we need, the team will be together only, then only we can achieve that task. And I know it's very pressury also. But from the management side, is they are giving me pressure because they are getting pressure from the high level. So that's the reason they're just saving. Even though after this completion, we have a good party and all, and there is appreciation, everything, and letters and all provide. But that I think some task, immediately it comes to the department, and how we are really, we have a daily routine also there. This delegation is a big problem. Any new things come in the department.
Yes. You know what, Harry, and to others also to who are attending this, when we reprimand, many a times people, presume that a gender bias, I don't know why it comes, how it comes, and how people perceive it, and why even they perceive it. So, if I have my male colleague who is reporting to me, but I know that, there is a deadline and he will be in a very deep pressure to do it, but I don't want him to, spend that extra work hours. I just want him to concentrate, focus on the work. I will make sure that I tell him some shortcuts, that this work is done within the working period itself. But everyone is not so open-minded. Even if you go shake hands, even if you tell them, yeah, it's going to be a good thing, not everyone. Many times, as one of the recently Shelly was telling me that people presume it, the age issues, the gender issues, but trust me, such people are just 1% that you will be working with, and trust me, they will be there. But don't be like judge everyone the same. Everyone is not the same. There are many people who come with the appreciation, they look forward irrespective of, in a workplace, it's very wrong if we look by this bias things. How many years of work experience does he or she has to command over me? Does he know? Or sometimes, I've heard people saying this also, does he or she know that I am management's person, that I am working in this organization, say for 15 years, and they have just joined recently? How can they, think that everything will be appreciated, whatever they say? But don't, you are an effective manager. Whatever happens, these are all things you're going to hear it. Reprimand. This is the 1 minute manager. I know in some workplaces, it may take courage, because it may not be like, sometimes even, I have heard employees saying me that it's just for the sake of the job or the job security that they do it. Not like, sometimes they say, I know the work is not so good and all, but the person who did was someone that I have to do it for my job security. But always, if organization want to achieve productive results, and an ideal manager should be in a position to reprimand. But when you reprimand, tell them that you value them, but see, this performance that you delivered now would have been much better if you would have done it in this better way. So that's my note on reprimand. So can you tell me, any one of you can, if you could share me, the managers that you see around, are they decision maker or problem solver? What do you find, like your managers, are they like decision makers or they solve the problems?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Ah, great. Anyone else would like to share?
There can be both type of managers, whether it could be decision or a problem solver. Decision maker, it could be decided something, how to decide something, what to do, what we have to change something, how we have to motivate planning, and we have to change the name of it, and what we have to type projects we have to do. Exactly. And problem solver is like problem solving of any type of skills it could be, whether for finance, accounting, marketing, management, for any company's issue, it could be any type of, to know how much email we have received so far or profits we have received. And also for presentation, it could be.
Yes, excellent. Anyone else? Greggy has been silent.
Hi.
Hi, who is this?
This is Shiraz again.
Yeah,
so,
tell me.
decision making is, most of the time problem solving at the same time, because decision makings are based on some problems or there is something on which we have to work and solve. So we have to decide the best way to solve this problem, and this is the responsibility of the manager. How can he analyze the situation, okay, and then starting, what is the problem, analyze it, what shall we do, how can we solve it, and then base it on that, he decide how to work on this and solve the problem. So the effective manager should be the decision maker and the problem solver at the same time.
Exactly.
That's my point.
Thank you everyone for sharing. And this is what I wanted to say, that as a manager of tomorrow, you would be putting your hats, on both the cases. You need to take decisions, and sometimes you need to be as a problem solver as also. Why I'm stating this is that many a times when I interact with these professionals, people who are like in a position of say CFO or in a good marketing position, in a very top management level, what they have a myth is that we are here.
टाइम को जाया नहीं करती मैं वेस्ट नहीं करती
Rija, can you mute your mic? The noise disturbance.
अपने आप को वेस्ट नहीं करती किसी लेना चाहती हूँ
Somebody's mic, I think. Can you
Rija,
just
mute yourself now. Or that could be. Rija, mute yourself.
Thank you, Rija. So you know what? What they tell me is that I am the CFO of a company. I am here to make decisions, to solve the problem. I'm here to make decisions and tell what I want. To solve the problem, I have hired many people around. But this is wrong. You must have been hiring many people. You must have been spending money on the people. But you wearing the hat of a manager needs that you do both activity. You need to solve the problems of your people and be the decision maker there. So this is my take of the day that I wanted to share with you. Sometimes, the skills of a manager, and we have been talking about this, strategic thinking, ability to manage, set a goal, sometimes to decide methods, how to achieve the goal, and ability to connect to people. And in spite of this three, there is one more. That is controlling. So controlling is very important when it comes to setting your individual goals.
Mic is on.
Yeah.
Still mic is on. Please mute yourself now. Mute yourself. Click on the mute button.
I think now it's fine. So knowing this skill of a manager, oh my God.
Again,
you can do it, doctor.
I can do it.
You can do it. Check.
Okay. Done. Thank you. I think she didn't realize it. So, many a times, just I need to ask you, is this part of your job? Controlling comes as a part of your job?
Yeah, it is. I already mentioned it. Managers, they have to control something else. In order to control something, it's about how we have to control your partner company. I already mentioned that.
So when you're saying me controlling, are you referring to cost controlling?
No, I'm talking about the management control, manager. Okay. Managers have different types of controlling, planning, different types of strategy, planning, organizing, controlling, leading.
Okay. Agree to you. So if I, if I'm working as say a financial head, and there is something that my budget has exceeded. Okay, so now when I do the controlling here, would be on the technical terminal, controlling the expenses part. So then it becomes a part of my job. So this is what you are correlating to?
I think it's cost controlling. It's all about expenses, yes, how much money you've spent so far, to calculating the budget.
Yes. So what I'm trying is that in a managerial level, when I say controlling is this part of your job, it's when, many a times, like, many of our attendees who were sharing this experience, that when I do and go share the feedback or set a goal, controlling my people is very important. You may find that in a week, if some of your employees are not reporting to the office, say for 3 days, 4 days, without informing you, there is one easy way to perceive that, he's not interested, he or she is not interested or not a professional. The other way is to think around and see, oh my God, must be something serious has happened. Otherwise, it would not happen that I'm not getting any messages from 3 days. So, sometimes this controlling activity, or I say many times when I speak to professionals, I say, this is the human side of your job. Many a times I know that as an organization, you will fall short of people to do an activity, to do an work. But the human side of yours reflects, how many people will work with you tomorrow. Like, are you the autocratic, the democratic, or the effective manager? That will depend how many people show interest to work with you. Now, one more thing. Now we are in the end, and I would like to share, the feedback, the responses that you have given me. One more Google form I'm sharing with you. I just want you to, this is a shorter one, just to capture your response. I'm sharing this in the chat box.
I would like to say the same form we are using also for feedback for employees. Even in the in accommodation, cooks and all, how they cook well or not. So this also we are using this.
The feedback forms.
Yes.
That's
surveys,
a great
feedback. Yeah, surveys.
And do you
feedback.
share the feedback with them?
No, we will not because it will go to the HR side and we'll review it. And we'll, if there is any more complicated issues, we'll directly call them. And we'll call them here and we'll discuss with them more if they are not happy.
But did you ever feel the need that all feedback should be shared?
Shared to the means to the organization.
Yes, I mean, if suppose I am your staff and you took a feedback from me on any activity or about my work from someone else, irrespective, hide the names or something like that. But can you, has anyone ever asked that, can I see my feedback?
Actually, no one comes to ask actually because this is a customer like a survey and send it to all the people and we evaluate and like for example who cooks doing very well in our accommodation and we'll get from the staff and they will give more point to that cook and if they have any issues they will write there in the feedback form. So we will select that cook for employee of the month at 1 month like
maybe
that.
try once by sharing the feedback.
Yeah, it's a good idea. We
Actually
never
share it, maybe, it's a motivation. See, everyone, okay, just me and Harry is discussing, everyone please fill the forms, okay? So, Harry, many a times we cannot compensate everyone with monetary things, but definitely feedback by you may see the increase in productivity. And trust me, this has been sensed by many companies.
Sure. I will recommend to them. See, because I am in a admin side, the HR side is different. So because it's all collecting from HR side. So
right.
I'll recommend them. Thanks for your information.
Yeah. Please try this.
Thanks.
Okay, please fill this form. This will take another 5 minutes. Let us do it quick. Just 5 minutes. Is everyone able to open it? Everyone is able to open the Google form?
Yeah, I did. I'm filling the form now.
Okay, no problem, no worries.
Dan.
Done, everyone? So it's done?
Done.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your feedback. And you know what, these questions that I raised was something that I wanted to know how effective now this training of management. I'm very happy to see it has brought some changes on your perceptions. Can you see this, everyone?
Yeah.
Managerial complexities. I know when we speak about this one minute manager, most important is that as a manager, we need to keep our balance between creativity and conformity. Sometimes we need to retain talent also, retaining the best key person in your team, coping with the technology. Sometimes we need to cope up with the technology as a manager, though it may not be a part of my goal, a part of my responsibility, or may not be something that even my management is asking me, but retaining and sometimes coping up with technology. Like today, if you see post-pandemic, we are using many apps to daily workplace. Like there are some monday.coms, to Trello, to Skypes, to there are n number of apps which is like for one purpose, one app. People today are using it to just to be, there is Zivago, there is another apps which we ensure that. And even I know OneDrive or your Google Drives, these are some of the apps that we use just to be in pace with technology. Today, we are not working in a workplace where I need the papers to be printed out. We are living in a digital world. Though I don't remember, I don't know with your nature of jobs, but I feel like how many papers do you sign a day? Does it requires every paper to be signed by you?
Nowadays it's all electronic. You don't have to do it that one.
So you know what? Yes, exactly. Sometimes if you see today and 5 years before when you were working, everything was on a signed paper. Today, the technology, the workplace have changed. Addressing all these, the complexities need to be met by the manager. I hope everyone is now, my goal and my task was to ensure that I give this message of 1 minute manager to all of you. And I hope all of you have enjoyed it. And what I want to focus to you today is from maybe when you plan your week from tomorrow. We know that we have these activities, a group meeting, managing the staff, managing the process, meeting the specific deliveries, deadlines. I know we have this plan for our week. The plans are ready. But as a manager, don't forget the three things: the goal setting, praising, and reprimand. Don't forget, this will make you the effective 1 minute manager. Any queries so far?
No, it's a wonderful experience, and thank you so much, Doctor. And we will hope more sessions will you will do it. And unfortunately, as a little late, then I got some ideas, and it can be improved. I can share with my team also. If anything,
Sure. If you could pass this message to your team member, don't think that which profession, which designation they are into, but the small work they do. And if they could use some managerial traits, whether they have the hat of manager or not, but if they can utilize these small traits, it will increase the productivity of your organization.
Thank you so much.
So thank you all. Do you all have any query? Anybody wants to share anything? Please be free.
No inquiry. All I just want to say is thank you so much for giving us this for this presentation. I'll take it as a presentation myself. It was very informative, very educative as well, and we have learned a thing or two. I'm sure everyone also learned a thing or two, and from the things that we have learned from you, I hope it's going to make us better performers. Okay, it's going to make us better leaders, because at the end of the day, it's all about achieving the organizational goals, and at the same time making sure that you are creating a stronger bond between yourself and the team that comes under you or behind you. Okay, that's what I have to say for now.
Thank you so much, everyone. And anyone else?
Yeah, hi, Doctor.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Genevieve.
Yes, Genevieve.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I don't have any questions. I just wanted to tell you that I appreciate it so much to be part of this meeting or training today, because well, I have not much enough experience as a manager, but this information have given me some thoughts that you will be it will give you confidence, and it will give you a lot of information to share, most especially as a person who's going to venture to this new role as a manager. This is really, really helpful. And yeah, it had given me a lot of information to look back to, and to instill in my mind that when I go to this position and in this role, that I'll be able to do all of these things and share it with my colleagues at the same time. So this is really informative and very helpful, and I appreciate it a lot.
Yes, sure. Please share it with all, whomever you know. And I know that as a manager, it's very important we share what information we have. You never know, it will help the other person in what ways.
Yes, and the confidence that it will give you to this with the role that you will have is very important as well. Knowing that you would at least you'll have things or information in you. You don't have to learn it while you are doing the job. Having this information with you on hand would also boost your confidence to be a good role model and a good manager. That's what I learned this
Thank you,
session.
Ginny. Thank you, Ginny,
very
for
much.
sharing this information. So we all can stay connected. Thank you, everyone. I know it's now all of your prayer times are coming. I think it's time for that. So don't want to take much of your time. Thank you so much having patiently listening to me. Let's stay connected. We live in a professional network world. I'm there on LinkedIn. You can search as Dr. Sharon Thomas. I'm there, or my organization. We are Learners University. Anytime you can come to our office, drop in. I'm there. We can personally meet up, no problem. Or connect to me on LinkedIn. Let's stay connected. We all are professionals.
Thank you, Dr. Shireen.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Bless. Have a good day. God bless. Bye.